Hey guys, happy Thursday. So we're back to our running again, and so that should be refreshing to some, all right? And so we got every 3 minutes for 18 minutes, so we have 6 rounds of this. You guys wanna run 200 meters, and you guys wanna run this pretty aggressively, right? And so the faster the better, understood? Once you guys come back in, you guys will alternate between planks. And so with the remainder of that time. And so the first time you guys come back in on your 200 meter, you guys will just find yourself in this nice tall plank, or this nice low plank. Either or, but just this one, right? And then you guys will run 200 meters again at the top of the third minute. When you guys come back in, you guys can find yourself in the side plank. So shoulders stacked over the wrist, right? Here, hips away from the floor, nice and solid. Here, rest the remainder of the time, that whole time, and you guys can even come down to this low plank from the side, all right? Once you guys get done with that, you'll go off for your third time, and when you guys come back in, you'll do the other side plank. Does that make sense? So you did one side plank for the entirety of that remainder of that interval, and then your third interval, you'll do the side plank on the other side for the remainder of that third interval. And then you guys will have one more time through that. So 200 meter run, front plank, 200 meter run, side plank, 200 meter run, side plank, and you guys should be done with that portion of class. All right, guys, have fun with this one, go get it. Hey guys, after you finish that first half of Thursday, now the second half, and we've been just kind of doing some, what I call some prehabilitation work, just some movement for quality type things. And so no different here. We want to do some Pendlay Rows. Pendlay Rows is like a bent over row, but the barbell should hit the ground every time. And then you guys need to just think about engaging the back as you guys drive those elbows back. And then the belly button should like aim the barbell should aim towards the belly button, all right? And so again, the barbell will start and stop on the ground. That's one of the biggest differences between just the bent over row and the Pendlay row. And then just, this will allow you just to kind of to recruit more muscles at the beginning. And then it'll also kind of like give you an opportunity to kind of readjust your alignment to make sure you keep the integrity of the movement up, all right? And so what happens here, guys, is that we want to be folded over. So if you guys just take a step, take a stance like this, is probably kind of here, and then even move the butt back a little bit, bring the arms down. And so in this position here, yes, barbell starts on the ground, drive it to the belly button, back to the ground, drive it to the belly button, back to the ground, drive it to the belly button, back to the ground. Again, a couple things to avoid here is like this excessive upper trunk moving even before the weight happens. So if you guys find it, you get to a weight where you gotta kind of like lift up and pull in with the weight, most likely that's too aggressive for you, all right? Once you guys get done with that, you wanna do some reverse dumbbell flies. And so I like to sit on the edge of a bench, right? Bring the dumbbells underneath my hamstring. And then just kinda like, again, keep the chest up and then just kinda hang out here. And we wanna go 10 of those. Again, quality over the actual number of pounds, right? And so again, if you find some excessive movement in your upper body, most likely that weight's too aggressive. You guys should move more controlled with lesser weight, all right? And then we got 10 barbell rollouts. And so barbell rollouts, guys, grab an ab mat or a puzzle mat, kind of protect your knees. That's completely solid. And what'll happen here is you guys will go out until your core surrenders. And you guys are like, what does that mean? You guys will feel it, right? And so you'll start shaking, and the moment you start shaking excessively, abort mission, come back in. And when you guys come back in, just try to keep the hips and shoulders in one line. And so as we come here, so this is our, very, very expensive ab wheel, and you just kind of want to come out. And then some people lead out with the hands. Some people might get here and be like, oh my God, and then you kind of come back. You want to avoid bending at the arms to move the weight back in. You want to move out and in with your hips, and so that'll be more core centric. Cool? Cool. And so ideally, we kind of go without sinking our hips, so tuck it, just come out as far as we can, and then come in, come out as far as we can, and come in. Right? Again, your body will tell you exactly your tolerance, so listen to it. Just make sure you guys don't sink the hips towards the ground. That looks weird, all right? Guys, have fun with this one. 3 rounds, rest is needed. Go get it.